Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day and you're about to get out on some sort of adventure. Wanted to do a quick question and answer before I got into today's dig log. There's been a lot of questions in the comments below, so there's a couple that get asked over and over, so I thought I'd go ahead and answer those. First question is, what's up with the sunnies? Well, 3 reasons I wear the sunnies. 1, my eyes are super sensitive to bright light. The reason being is I have Graves' disease. It's a hyperthyroid condition, and it causes a condition known as exophthalmos, extruding eyeballs. So that is another reason that I always wear the sunnies, because when you lift the sunnies, you get this. Not all the time, but sometimes. So, and the other reason I wear the sunnies is I'm oftentimes shooting into a camera like this. If I'm trying to talk to you guys in the camera lens and looking over here, I get kind of cross-eyed. So it's just to keep me from going cross-eyed and from scaring you folks. So everyone's probably better off with the sunnies. Second question is about making these videos. I typically will try and make several days worth of videos in one day, and that frees me up to go exploring for a while. So if it looks like I'm sitting in the same spot, I probably am. Okay, let's get into today's. So for today's dig log, I want to talk about permissions, and one of the biggest other questions I get is about how to obtain permissions. And there's a lot of ways you can go about that. You can go to the library and do your research and then go door to door and knock. You can find out places that you've read about or heard stories about and go check them out. But one of the best sources I've found is friends and family. And if you share your passion for history and metal detecting and exploring with friends and family and physically ask them, hey, do you know of any place that might be good? A lot of times you'll be surprised what you'll find. And that was the case with me in February of 2015, this last year, when I went to my cousin Amy's house. And she had moved into an 1840s house, and she was like, hey, you're into relic hunting, why don't you come up and check out the yard? So I did, and the finds were amazing. Now, this isn't to say that you're always going to have a cousin living in an old house, but the piece of advice is share your passion and it will come back to you. So, with that said, let's look at what we found there. It was a really amazing couple days there. My dad was going to come to town, and we were going to look in the yard. We had some other places planned to look, and we started poking around, and the first thing I found, almost immediately, I found some pull tabs and trash, but one of the first things I found was this beautiful Virginia cuff button. Now, I believe that this was a cuff from the Virginia militia, and it was just one of my favorite finds of all time. I kind of always wanted a 2-piece Virginia. I had found a 1-piece Virginia button, but never a 2-piece Virginia button, so I was just blown away by this button. And as the hunt progressed, I also found 2 separate large pennies. This one is from 1846, and this one is from 1845. So that was great, 2 large cents. I found an amazing little crotal bell out in the yard that still rings, and it is in just beautiful shape. It's got little horseshoes here on it. And I also found some bullets on that trip, some Civil War bullets. This was actually from a field adjacent to there. It was kind of just down the street. I found in the yard of her house several apothecary weights, which these were used for measuring different things, silver and medicine and who knows what, maybe cooking stuff. But those are both marked apothecary weights, so those were pretty neat. And next to her house was a doctor's house that existed during the Civil War, and in that yard I found this beautiful fleam or a bleeder. And this one dates to before the Civil War, and it's marked Wiegand and Snowden, patent Philadelphia. And they're a maker who made things, I believe, in the 1840s. I looked up all the information when I had first found it, so that was pretty amazing. Found a piece of an arrowhead while I was there, and a few other odds and ends, but really the highlights of the trip were this medical bleeder and these large scents. When you combine that with a Virginia cuff button, that is one amazing permission just from sharing my passion and my cousin knowing about my passion. So I would like to stress, oh, and there's part of a whistle. Doesn't blow anymore. Wish it did. Anyway, I'd like to stress that you guys should, in fact, share your passion, no matter what that passion is, with everyone that you meet, because it will come back to you. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit I shared with you today, and I'll see you tomorrow.